All right, we are back and back with a bang. Welcome, YouTube. Welcome, YouTube family. I'm so happy to be back again with an amazing session on vocabulary. I got a lot of messages, a lot of requests at Divas. How to improve vocabulary. How many of you have this challenge, have this concern that Divas, how can I improve vocabulary? That at times I want to say something, but I am falling short of words. Does it happen with you? Let me know. I would love to know whether you have this challenge or not, because today I have a solution for all of you. In a lot of my masterclass, I have this question that how to improve vocabulary. And then I ask them this question that what do you understand by vocabulary? Does it mean that using those complex words, those tough words, which are normally used by legendary speakers like Dr. Shashi Tharoor, or is it something else? Technically, whatever I'm saying right now is making sense to you? Are you able to understand whatever I'm saying so far? If yes, then congratulations, you understand English. And if you can understand this level of English, then that's completely fine. You're not expected to learn that high level English immediately. What I mean to say is, vocabulary does not mean learning those complex words. If you're able to communicate, express what you want to say to others in simple words like I'm using right now, that's okay. That's okay. Do you get this? If supposedly you have to appreciate someone, appreciate, maybe if you like someone, maybe you like how good they look or how well they speak or whatever. So you say, oh, you are amazing. Oh, you look beautiful. Oh, you look alluring. Oh, you look ravishing. Now, all these words which I used in the last few seconds, ravishing and alluring, these are advanced levels. The same meaning for the word beautiful. So you could have said the word, you look beautiful. That's okay. There is no need for you to use the word ravishing or alluring if you are a beginner. Make sense? So the point is, even the word beautiful was new for you at one point of time. Today, everyone uses it. You use it every single day. So it becomes common. Make sense? So get this fear out of your head that I need to know those complex words. And if I don't know those complex words, then I do not know vocabulary. No. Vocabulary is just those set of words which you can use while expressing yourself. If this makes sense to you as of now, type in make sense in the comment section. I'll get to know that, yes, you are able to understand me. And that is the purpose of communication. It is not about what accent you choose, how fancy you sound. No. If you're able to express, that's it. Now, to understand, in our day-to-day communication, we don't use those complex words. Ask yourself, when you talk to your friends, your boss, your family members, if you dare to speak in English, or even if you chat, post a comment, or write an email, you don't use those complex words. You just use simple words to communicate your message. Make sense? So there's something called as FUV. I repeat, FUV. That is frequently used vocabulary. So there are a lot of words in English dictionary. Remember that childhood? Those days where we had this bulky English dictionary. Now you may not memorize all the words, not required. Even if you know those few words, around 2,000 to 3,000 words are there. If you want to search, you can go on Google and search the frequently used vocabulary words, and that's it. Make sense? So now the phobia of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, don't worry. Don't worry, right? In today's session, I'm going to share with you some amazing phrases, some amazing words, which we can use in our daily language. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because today we're going to have a lot of fun. And in this session, first of all, I'll teach you, I'll train you, I'll help you understand how to learn those words, how to use those words with the help of examples. And then in the end, there's a surprise. Any guesses what that surprise is? Let me know. Any guesses what that surprise is? Come on, come on, come on. Let me know. How many of you can guess what that surprise is? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I love this. I love this. So let me reveal the surprise for you. We have a quiz in the end. So your job is that whatever I'm teaching you, pay attention. Pay attention. Focus on what I'm saying. Don't just mug up. Mug up means just copy paste. No. Try to understand. Try to absorb. That's the focus. Make sense? The goal is to understand what is being taught. And then we'll have a quiz in the end where you will have to guess what you learned. Sounds good? Are we ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. So there's something called as a full plate, a lot on your plate. Now, just observe, okay, before I disclose that what is the meaning of this phrase, you might read this in an email or in a newspaper, or you might hear from someone in a YouTube video, in a podcast, while talking to your friend, in your school, in your college, in your office, in your society, wherever. And if the person uses the word a full plate, now technically you understand the word you understand the word full, you understand the word plate, right? I assume that this much you know, that a lot on your plate. You know these 5 words individually. However, you might not know the meaning when these 5 words come together, a lot on your plate. Make sense? So if someone says that I have a lot on my plate, oh, my plate is full. Now, they're not mentioning that, you know what, I'm there in a wedding and my plate is completely full. Happens when we go to an Indian wedding, our plate is entirely full. There is paneer, there is dal makhni making its way through the raita, and then there is salad, and then there is naan, and then there is rice, and then there is dum aloo also, and then there is gulab jamun also. And we are busy eating. So if the cameraman comes and focuses on us, we're like, my plate is actually full. But over here, when we use this phrase in conversation, it has no correlation with your plate being full. Make sense? So what does it mean? Let me show you. It means that I'm very busy. I am very busy. I have a lot to do. So whenever you say, you know what, I'm very busy, happens. Now, if someone asks you that, let's go for a movie, let's go for a walk, let's go and do this, and you say, you know what, I'm very busy. Now onwards, you say, I would love to go along with you, but I have a lot on my plate. Can you hear me? I would love to go with you. I'm not saying I will not go with you, get lost. Right? I'll say, I would love to go with you. However, right now I have a lot on my plate. See you next time. Yeah? Make sense? So how can we use this phrase in our day-to-day language? For example, Suklin says, can you finish off Vikrant's presentation, please? If you have to request someone that, please, can you do this for me? Can you finish off Vikrant's presentation, please? And Suklin is talking to her colleague, her team member, and that's Himanshu. Himanshu says, I'm sorry, I've got a full plate at the moment, Suklin. I can't take on any more work. Make sense? Right now, when you talk to someone, you just use a few words. No. I'm busy. I can't do it. Yes or no? But now onwards, you have learned a great way to express yourself. You learned some amazing phrases, amazing words, which come together to form an incredible phrase. So now your call. Quickly make a sentence and post it so that you understand what can you say if someone says, hey, can you do this for me? And if you're busy, you say, I'm sorry, I've got a full plate at the moment, Suklin. I can't take on any more work. I hope you understand. I would love to help you out once I'm done with this. Sounds good. This gives you a tool, a way to say no to people. Sometimes you find it difficult, right? How do I say no to someone? But it's like, you know what? I would love to help you, but I've got a full plate at the moment. Makes sense to everyone? Give me a heads up that yes, Devas, this makes absolute sense. We are able to understand. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Are you having fun? I'm having a lot of fun with you guys. Let's go ahead. The next one. It's ahead of the curve. Ahead of the curve. Now look at these words. Ahead, you know. Ahead, 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 right? Just a visual depiction so that you remember what the word ahead means. Of the curve. What does it mean? Ahead of current thinking or trends. Someone who can think of future. Someone who's always quite futuristic, kind of visionary. Make sense? So how can you use this phrase while talking to someone? So Suklin says, you know what, this hair master salon offers a unique hair cutting and spa experience. There's really no other place like it. So Suklin is talking to her colleague that there is a salon and they offer a unique hair cutting and spa experience. Like brilliant. I mean, brilliant. There's really no other place like it. It's magical. It's like out of, yes, it's magical, right? So what does Himanshu say? I know they are really ahead of the curve in hair and body solutions. What does it mean? That in the current times, whatever salons we have that offer hair cutting and other experiences like spa and stuff, this brand, this company is doing very well. They have all those latest technologies, machines, and I would say the shampoo and the experts, they know all those new techniques. So whatever way, you are ahead of someone. Make sense? So I know they're really ahead of the curve in the hair and body solutions. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. How to use it? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, the next one. A learning curve. What does this mean? A learning curve. A learning curve simply means quickly gaining knowledge in a particular subject. It's a learning curve. It will help me in my learning curve. If you are attending this session to learn vocabulary, it's gonna help you in your learning curve to become a better communicator, right? Because to become a good communicator, you need to know certain amount of language along with your command over your voice and body language. In this session, we are focusing on the language, the words, the vocabulary. So you say that you'll gain quick knowledge in a particular subject. Else, previously, what ways did you have to learn vocabulary? I remember back in school days, in childhood, you used to have a notebook with words, meanings, and then you should just walk from left and right, and then just forget it before the exam happens. But over here, you're trying to understand the context. You're trying to understand that how it can be used in our day-to-day life. So when you talk to someone, if you even WhatsApp someone or talk to your colleagues, your senior, your teachers, or anyone who is there around you, talk using these words, a learning curve. Example, how can you use it? Suppose Suklin says that, you know what, this course of Communication Life School has been quite the learning curve for you, hasn't it? So there's a course of Communication Life School, which I teach. So I'm trying to brag and talk about my course over here, that how good it is. It is good. Yeah, I am branding myself. Got it all. The learning is, this course of Communication Life School has been quite the learning curve for you, hasn't it? What does it mean? So she is asking her colleague that this course, which you have signed up for communication skills, has it contributed to your journey? Has it contributed to your learning? Have you been able to improve because of this course? So Himanshu says, yes, I feel like I have learned a lot being a part of this course and community. Do you also observe the way I'm speaking? Even that's important. Even that's important. The way you sound in a conversation, you can repeat along with me that, yes, I feel like I have learned a lot being a part of this course and community. Do you see the voice variation? We'll talk about it on some other day, how you can play with your voice. But over here, the focus is how the word, how the phrase can be used. The learning curve. The next one, a long shot. Now, we are not talking about Virat Kohli's long shot. No, it's about unlikely, but still possible. I'm not sure whether it will work, but yeah, it looks possible. I mean, this is tough call. I mean, expecting this team to win that easily, yeah, still possible, you know. I mean, India can lose to that team, could be. How will you use it? So Sukreen says, what's your growth plan for next year? And Himanshu says, I hope to double my profits by next year, but I know that's a long shot. So maybe currently you earn X amount and you say, okay, what are your plans for next year? And your growth plans. And you say, you know what, right now I earn maybe 1 lakh rupees and next year I'll earn like 5 lakh rupees, for example. That's like too aspirational. So you say, I hope to 5x my profits by next year, but I know that's a long shot. What does it mean? That it is unlikely, but still possible. I know that is aspiring for the moon or aspiring for the stars, right? But then it's still possible. You cannot rule that option out. Yes or no? Has it happened in your life where you thought that I cannot achieve this, I cannot get to that level, but then magic happened? Universe was so kind to you that they say, Tathastu, God bless you. And then that year became magical for you. You became a lot more successful. You got a lot many opportunities and things changed. Happened with anyone? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It has happened with you. Okay, moving ahead. So how do you use it? This is clear. The next one, ahead of the pack. Ahead of the pack. What does it mean? To be more successful than other people who are trying to achieve the same things as you. Now, can you relate to it? For example, in your classroom, in your office, in your friend circle, you are ahead of the pack, that you are better than all those people who are in a similar field. So how can you say? So Sukreen says, oh, Vikrant is incredible. Now, I hope you know the meaning of the word incredible. Means he's very good. He is super awesome at what he does. So Vikrant is incredible. He really is ahead of the pack. He really is ahead of the pack. So now you understand the context. The moment I say Vikrant is amazing, he really is ahead of the pack. So all those people who are in that industry, in that workspace, who are doing the same project, he is doing better than all those. Make sense? So Himanshu says, yeah, absolutely. You know, he's indeed a forward thinker. So you've also learned one more phrase, a forward thinker. Yeah, he's a forward thinker. He thinks about future. He thinks about what are the like futuristic trends. Sounds good. Next one, at arm's length. At arm's length. Remember your school days? 1 arm length, 1 arm distance. To keep at a distance and not involve yourself directly with that person or thing. You say, stay away from him, okay? Stay away from him. Stay away. To keep yourself at arm's length. What does it mean? So Suklin says, I have never trusted Vikrant. I keep him at an arm's length. I will never trust him. I'll always keep him at an arm's length. You cannot trust this guy. He will say something, he will do something. Oh God. Happens. So if you have anyone like that in your friend list, do mention their name in the comments. Let him know, let the world know that what is he doing? Or in case someone ditched you, someone did something to you, just mention their name. And Iman says, exactly. I don't think he can be trusted at all. No. Never be friends with Vikrant. Never. So everyone, right? Don't be friends with Vikrant. By the way, Vikrant is my team member. And if he will read it, he'll be like, Arey, sir, why did you do this? But I'm sure this way you will learn. Shall we move ahead? Are you having fun? Are you having fun? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm having a lot of fun with you all, with all of you. Yeah. Let's go ahead. The next one. Back to square one. Back to square one. Now, do you observe again? I'm just like repeating it for you. All these 4 words, back to square one. All those 4 words individually, you understand the meaning of these 4 words, right? But then when they come together, what does it mean? Back to where one started. You know, we tried everything and then we are back to the same place. I mean, we tried all the things. We experimented. We tried this approach, then that approach, then this approach, then that approach. Nothing worked. We're back to the same place with no progress having been made. Happens, right? So back to square one. What do you say? Oh, he has lost everything. He's back to square one. For example, someone got a lot of fame, a lot of recognition, a lot of money, a lot of respect, a lot of success and everything. And then one fine day, he lost everything. He was into gambling. He was into gambling and betting, and he lost everything. He was back to square one. Now is it clear? Back to square one. Himanshu says, he can get back to where he was in no time if he stops gambling. He can get back to where he was in no time if he stops gambling. Makes sense? How can you use the word back to square one? Quickly make a sentence, back to square one, and post in the comment section. How can you use the word back to square one? That you tried studying this and this, or you tried this approach. Maybe you were trying to learn vocabulary in various ways and nothing worked for you. You're back to square one. But today, being a part of this session, you learned a different way to express yourself, to learn vocabulary. So now you are ahead of the curve. Are you getting it? How you can use it? How you can use it? It's fun. It's pure fun if you know how to do it. Let's go ahead. Back to the drawing board. Now, there is nothing called as a drawing board where you all start drawing and get your painting colors out. That's not the case. It's about back to the beginning of a process to start again because it is not working. For example, now understand the context. A drawing board or a blank sheet of paper on which you discuss ideas. That okay, we do brainstorming. We think about ideas, possibilities. So there is a board on which you write and they okay, like someone say, no, let's try this approach. And then someone says, no, let's try this approach. So everyone is contributing, giving their ideas on that one big whiteboard. Clear? Maybe a drawing board. Now, if we had a discussion board, a drawing board on which everyone wrote something and you followed that path, tried what you had discussed, but it did not work. So you say back to the drawing board. Let's look at what we had planned. Let's see, okay, this did not work, this process, I think we missed this point. We should look at the drawing board again and then implement it. Make sense? The focus is not just memorizing it. Believe me, if you memorize it, you will fail miserably. You will not remember it. But the moment you visualize it, that, yeah, this is how it happens, boom, you will remember it, my dear friend. And that's the intent. That's the intent. The next one. You say, Sukreen says, what happened to the XYZ company? And Mar says, the company went back to the drawing board to make a better product because that wasn't working. So they had to innovate and come up with something more relevant. The next one, barking up the wrong tree. Bow, 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 bow. That is barking up the wrong tree. So barking, you all understand, the dog barks, barking up the wrong tree. So there is no point barking up the wrong tree. What does it mean? When someone is trying to achieve something, but they are doing it in the wrong way. Could be you are trying to improve your communication skills by following a certain way, which is not the right way. So that means you're barking up the wrong tree. Today, you might have figured out an interesting way to learn communication skills, to learn vocabulary. So you found a new way of learning. And now onwards, you will not bark up the wrong tree because now you know the right way of doing something. Make sense? For example, Sukreen, why didn't Vikrant complete the work in time? We often ask that, okay, why didn't he complete the work in time? So Himanshu says, Vikrant, he tried to get some help from Diya, but he was barking up the wrong tree. She barely helped him. What does it mean? Vikrant had to finish the work in time. He tried to get some help from one of the team members, like Diya. But Diya, she did not help. She says, get lost. I'm not going to help you at all. So he wasted his time. He was asking help from the wrong person. So you're barking up the wrong tree. Makes sense to everyone? Makes sense to everyone? Give me a heads up. Are you clear with this? Are you clear with this? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm so happy that you're all having fun with me. What next? What next? Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? It's time for quiz. It's time for quiz. So I'm gonna throw a phrase for you, and you have to just quickly answer in the comments what, as per you, could be the meaning of that phrase. You may not get the exact words. If you can explain what does that phrase mean, I'll be super happy, my dear friends. Super, super happy. I'll sleep peacefully. I will die peacefully if you can answer all these questions. Okay. So are you ready, folks? Give me a heads up that yes, Divas, I am ready. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So let's get going. The first phrase for you is a learning curve. You have a few seconds. Quickly type in the comment section. What will happen? Your brain will think. When you will type, you will engrave it at a deeper level. You will absorb it at a deeper level. Just explain in your own words. Any language will work. I don't mind. Probably Hindi or English, because that's what I understand. Right? What do you mean by a learning curve? What do you mean by a learning curve? Quick. Okay. Few more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hooray! I believe you have got the answer correct. It's quickly gaining knowledge in a particular subject. Right? That if you gain knowledge in a subject quickly, that's mean that you have a sharp learning curve. You have a better learning curve. The next one, we aren't going to stop. The next one, quick. You will not check out your notebooks, okay? Don't cheat. Don't cheat. The next one, a full plate, a lot on your plate. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Remember what I told you in the beginning. A full plate, a lot on your plate. What does it mean? Explain in your own words. your choice of word. Just think and let me know in the comment section, what do you mean by a full plate, a lot on your plate? What does it mean? A full plate, a lot on your plate. Are we talking about the wedding and the plate? Or are we talking about something else? I don't know. You know it because you witnessed it. You learned it. Come on, everyone. A full plate, a lot on your plate. Counting till 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So counting from 10 to 1, it's done. All right. I see a lot of good answers. Absolutely. To be very busy. Oh, I'm very busy. The next one, ahead of the curve. Come on, ahead of the curve. Someone is ahead of the curve. You are ahead of the curve, aren't you? After attending this session, after learning these words, this approach, do you feel that you're ahead of the curve? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What does it mean? Come on, this is quick. Ahead of the curve, that I'm ahead of the curve. Oh, he's ahead of the curve. Oh, look at him. Only look at her. She's ahead of the curve. Counting from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you have dropped in your answer. We'll see how many you got correct. Ahead of current thinking trends. Who is someone can think about what's next? What's better? Next one, barking up the wrong tree. This was perhaps the last one that we discussed. Remember, there was Diya, there was Vikrant. Diya was not helping, and Vikrant was barking up the wrong tree. So what does it mean? Pow wow, up the wrong tree. What does it mean? Barking up the wrong tree. Come on, post in your answers. Post your answers. Okay. Go on. Whatever comes to your mind, write it down. The one who has not made any mistakes hasn't learned anything. The one who hasn't made any mistake hasn't tried anything. Make mistakes, learn, try again, be better. It means when someone is trying to achieve something, but they're doing it in the wrong way. Next one, a long shot. Quick. 5 seconds. What does the word a long shot mean? Quick. Come on. A long shot. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unlikely, but still possible. And yeah, it's a long shot. It's not, looks unlikely that whether it'll work or not. But yeah, there is a possibility that this might work. Back to square one. Come on. This one is easy. Back to square one. We tried everything, nothing worked, and we're back to square one. Come on, what does it mean? Back to where one started, with no progress having been made. I'm sure. You give yourself marks that how many you got correct, how many you were confused. That's okay. In the end, you may give yourself marks that out of all these phrases, how many you got correct. Okay. Next one. Back to the drawing board. What does it mean? Come on, everyone. Back to the drawing board. What does this mean? Everyone, back to the drawing board. Oh, yes. Many of you are very close. It's back to the beginning of a process to start it again because it is not working. Back to the drawing board. Ahead of the pack. Come on, ahead of the pack. What does this mean? Ahead of the pack. Oh, yes, ahead of the pack. Are you ahead of the pack? If you will improve your skills of communication, will you be ahead of the pack, ahead of your friends, your colleagues? Yes. Say it out. Yes. To be more successful than other people who are trying to achieve the same things as you. The last one, at arm's length. Keep someone at arm's length. Why? Because they are smelling. Ew. or something else. Why to keep someone at arm's length? To keep at a distance and not involve yourself directly with that person or thing. Hooray! We just finished the session on vocab building. We learned how to learn those complex things around vocabulary. So let me know in the comment section, how many did you get as correct? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of 9, how many did you get correct? Honestly, keep your hand on your heart. He's watching you. Even I'm watching you. Okay. So honestly, how many did you nail? Right. Boom, like a coffin. Oh, we have interesting answers. Ashmit Sharma says, I keep my drug dealer at my arm's length. When you say that, your drug dealer, what do I understand by this, my dear friend? All right, look at the answers. Adiba Sheikh got 8 correct out of 9. Brilliant. Pavitra got 7 correct out of 9. Think logically, got 7 correct out of 9. Oh, there is Dhona Baiji, who could not get any correct answer. No worries, no worries. You may watch this again. You may watch this again, and that will help you a lot. All right, then, that's it for the day. Thank you so much for joining in live. I hope you all loved this session. If you did, drop in some good comments in the comment section. I would love to read your comments. And also, in my next session, in my next video, what do you want me to cover? What do you want me to cover? See, we have a great opportunity to learn and grow. Let's make India shine. Let's make ourselves proud that we can speak effectively. I often see that people from the US or the UK who are able to speak in English, they get an advantage, but not anymore. No matter wherever you are from, be it from India or from any other country where English is not the first language, it's okay. We can always learn this language and become better communicators. It was a pleasure serving all of you this evening. Thank you so much for joining in. In case you are new to this channel, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do. I would really appreciate and would love to have you in my family. I would see you in my next video. Till then, stay awesome, stay productive. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.